Under this presidency remains committed to the implementation of the 2001 to 2027 medium-term strategic plan tagged developing the tax profession.
It is customary for organizations or institutions to hold annual general meetings. This is to enable them assess how well they have performed in the previous year and plan for the years ahead. The Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria is no exception to this. As the body empowered by law to statutorily regulate the practice of taxation in Nigeria, there is need for the Institute to have a yearly review of activities to help her serve her members better. On Wednesday, the 5th of June 2024, the Institute held her 32nd Annual General Meeting. Major highlights were the report of the 16th President of the Institute and the election of members into the Council of the Institute. The report of the 16th President of the Institute centered around the achievements of his administration in the previous year, which he began by acknowledging the important role played by the Doyen of Taxation, Chief David Ajibola Olorunleke. Other past presidents of the Institute, staff, and relevant stakeholders in the smooth running of the Institute.
I would like to express my gratitude to Council and esteemed members of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria for the unflinching support I have received in the course of the past one presidential year. Your commitment and dedication to tax professionalism is the driving force behind the Institute's success today. Before we proceed, I must thank our past presidents, specifically our Doyen, who has doggedly supported this institute. The kind of advice I get from him and other past presidents is immense, and I need to say this to the new members of the institute. When you see the president doing certain things, he has a lot of advisors behind him, cheering him up. So I put it on record that I received great support and advice from these people who labor to have the institute here as we have it today. And I thank my colleague in council and all committee members, district members, chairmen of various internal revenue services and FRS. The leadership of FRS have been fantastic. I need to say this: whatever we have achieved in the past 1 year, they have played a major role, and I need to state that here. Let me go into the operating environment. Despite various challenges in the global, regional, and economic landscape, our institute has progressed towards becoming the leading tax professional institute in Africa. Our expertise is highly valued by the government and key players in the Nigerian tax system, supported by strong stakeholders' collaboration and recognition of our role in shaping tax policy. This was actually reflected in the outgoing year, where government considered and carried us along in a major decision in the country. We are all aware of the presidential committee. We play a major role, and we are still playing a major role in that committee. The strategic focus for the presidential year, the CITN under this presidency remains committed to the implementation of the 2001 to 2027 medium-term strategic plan tagged developing the tax profession. The strategic direction of the plan was hinged on connecting with stakeholders, building administrative and technical capacity, as well as forging and strengthening strategic alliances through effective communication. Therefore, this report will dwell on how well we have worked towards achieving this objective. Component one of that strategic plan has to do with connecting with stakeholders. In the process of doing this, several strategic visits were embarked on during the year under review. We had a visitation with the Vice President of this country, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, on Thursday, 23rd May 2024. We also visited the Executive Governor of Bauchi State, His Excellency Senator Bala Abubakar Mohammed. This led to a kind of strategic proposal from the Governor of Bauchi State, and that is ongoing. Visit was also made to the Executive Governor of Jigawa State, His Excellency Madam Umar A. Namadi, who is our member. We had successful outing in Jigawa State. Same thing we had with the Governor of Kogi State. And may I inform you that the Governor of Kogi State is also our member, a committed one for that matter, Alhaji Ahmed Usman Odudo, FCTI. We visited the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, Dr. Ahmed Ali Sokoto, who, as an aftermath of our visit, was present during the annual task conference in Abuja. In the course of the year, we also visited General Ibrahim Babangida, who was the president of the country, who signed the decree that gave birth to the institute. We were with the executive chairman of Federal Inland Revenue Service, Dr. Sak Adedeji. We have been relating very well, and as I reported earlier, the FRS has been a very strong stakeholders of the institute. We continue to appreciate them.
On collaboration with sister agencies,
we have also had both national, regional, and international professional bodies, particularly for the purpose of joint advocacy. To this end, within the presidential year, we signed 2 landmark MOUs with the Association of Enterprise Risk Management Professionals and the Nigerian Institute of Chartered Arbitrators. That MOU has been signed, and there are some other ones that are in pipeline for collaboration at strategic level.
Another major achievement was the commissioning of the CITM building, housing the liaison office of the institute in the Federal Capital Territory.
The building in Abuja, that is your building, the property that we have used, the money you have given into our hand, that property was actually commissioned on May 17, immediately after the annual task conference, by the executive chairman of FRS, Dr. Sak Adedeji. The building is named after the doyen of Taxation, our father, Dr. Chief David Olonleke, and his tag David Olonleke House in Abuja. For those in Abuja, if you want to visit Abuja, we have a very befitting office in Wuse Zone 3 in Abuja as we speak.
There is more.
I was a sponsor for the Senior Executive Course 45 in 2023, where, to the glory of God, I came out as one of the best students, one of the best participants. We had council retreat in Uyo in the course of the year. In May, we were in Abuja for the annual task conference, the 26th annual task conference. I need to make a comment here. The outcome of that conference, or the conference itself, has given me a lot of hope and belief in the institute. The kind of resilience we have is out of this world. I believe we can move mountains. It was wonderful that barely 4 weeks to a major program of the institute, we got the news that the facility, the venue will not be available for us. And I'm happy, just the way I said it during the conference, that members rally around the institute, rally around the leadership of the institute. For the first time, we had over 3,000 participants in that program. So this success is another reason for us to do more work, because our next annual task conference, we must plan for a facility that will take minimum 3,500 participants. And I assure you that your institute will not fail you in this regard. We are not just into annual task conference, we also have a unique program, the International Academic Conference. The 6th one took place in Jos. And because of our strategic relationship and partnership with other stakeholders within the Nigerian space. That Anna University hosted that conference, and it was a successful one. The team of thank you very much. The theme was traditional sustainable public finance and development goal. A lot of people in academic participated, and I must also use this opportunity that the focus of the institute is that there are certain programs that are just like cost center, but this time around, this program recorded a surplus for the first time in the in organizing this kind of program. Our CITN Academy is doing very well, and I'm happy to announce it. The Academy is the training arm of our institute, and we pay attention to them because we want a kind of effectiveness in our training system. And this arm has done very well. I'm happy to announce that for the first time, we have 3 delegates or delegation, 3 delegations from the Gambia Revenue Authority who have approached and participated in the training organized by the Tax Academy. They came to Nigeria, and it was because they knew that we had something to add. So they came to Nigeria. The 4th delegation will be coming anytime from now for training in various areas of taxation. So, and I use this opportunity to tell stakeholders in Nigeria, specifically the Internal Revenue Services, we have a lot to give to you so that your revenue generation can be seamless and professionally done.
On the growth in membership and district societies of the institutes.
I moved to the district society. In the course of the year, we had increase in terms of the district society. So I'm happy to announce that we have 46 districts as we speak. And this is a major achievement. The 46 districts spreading across 34 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, including the United Kingdom. That of United Kingdom was inaugurated in October last year. The Institute has not stayed aloof in terms of defending the charter of our institute. Of course, for every beautiful bride, there will be a lot of people around, but we are focused to do what we are being asked to do by the law of the land. So we continue to represent you and do the needful when it comes to the existence of our institute. Growth in membership and practitioner. During this year, the institute saw significant growth. To 2 induction ceremony in Lagos welcomed the first 1,057 new members in December 2023. In recent times, that has been the highest number we have recorded. I use the term in recent time. It is not the first time, but in recent time, that's the highest we have recorded. And 605 in April 2024. Additionally, 475 associates were upgraded to fellows, while 127 members were issued with a practice license in November 2023 and a total of 83 in March 2024. Inclusion of taxation in academic curriculum in Nigeria. Currently, we have 34 tertiary institutions across the nation offering taxation programs at various academic levels, including PhD, MSc, MBA, BSc, HND, and ND. This is to signify the importance of the fact that taxation has come to stay, catching them young. To foster a lasting tax culture among the youth, the Institute via the Association of National Nigerian Taxation Students, ANTAS in short, organized tax quiz, essay contests, and debate in schools and universities nationwide. We also conduct orientation exercise for COP members across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones during LYC program, aiming to guide graduates in their career path and showcase opportunity in taxation. A look at the 4 components of our plan, which is the strategic plan, the CI10 Taxation and You. This is a program we'll be having on first Thursday of every month. This is to bring various leaders within or outside the taxation space to address us on topical issues. This is just to make sure that we fulfill our obligation in terms of awareness creation and training. In conclusion, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all members of the CI10 for your unwavering support and commitment throughout the year. Your dedication to uphold the highest standard of our profession has been instrumental in driving the Institute forward. I'm deeply grateful to all council members, referred body of past presidents, chairmen of district society committee members, esteemed members of the Institute and the Secretariat. A special appreciation goes to our stakeholders and partners for their collaboration and trust in our vision, particularly the FRS, the State Internal Revenue Services, business and the academia, enlightened taxpayers and members of the general public. Together, we have made significant strides in advancing the tax profession and contributing to the national development. I thank you all, and I look forward to another successful year for our esteemed institute. Together, we are developing the tax profession.
The financial report and the auditor's report were read out to members for consideration and adoption. Members took turns to make recommendations and contributions. Another major highlight of the 32nd Annual General Meeting was the election of members into the Council of the Institute. Professor Olateju Shomori, past president of the Institute, gave the scrutineer's report.
Report of the Scrutineers Committee to the 32nd Annual General Meeting of CITN, held on Wednesday, 5th June 2024. It is pertinent to know that the total membership of the CITN as at Tuesday, May 28, 2024, that is the date of commencement of the voting exercise, was 29,879 members. 29,879 members. However, only 9,810 members met the criteria to participate in the voting exercise. We, the members of the committee, noted that the percentage of those that were eligible to vote is only 32.8%. We hope there will be an improvement in the number of eligible voters going forward. It is important to state that 4,495 members, representing 46% members of the Institute, actually exercised their voting rights in the election, while 5,315 members, representing 54 members of eligible members, did not vote. Furthermore, Deloitte confirmed that no member voted before and after the election portal was opened and closed. It was also confirmed that no member cast more than 4 votes. Hence, we members of the Scrutineers Committee presume that the election was free and fair. Presentation of results. The elected council members for the years 2024-2027. The first elected member, Akingbade Olurosimi Ishola, votes received 3330. Number 2, Sonny Adeyemi Sheriff, votes received 3,217. Number 3, Unduboisi Caroline Mary, votes received 3174. The last but not the least, Sule Adamu Minor, votes received 2197.
On behalf of council and members I appreciate the job done by the scrutineer and thank them for the selfless service. I congratulate those members elected and re-elected to council. I wish them the best of luck in council. To those who lost the election, I wish them better luck next time.
Mr. Ishola Akimbade and Dr. Adeyemi Sheriff Sani were returned to the council, while Mrs. Mary Indubisi and Malam Suli Adamu Maina joined the council as new members. To wrap up the AGM, the 16th president of the institute had a chat with pressmen on burning issues.
Let me start by appreciating our members, our over 28,000 members of the institute. These are great professionals across the country and even beyond. And the truth is that they keep on bringing a lot of innovation, various ideas to move the institute forward. And to that extent, when you rest on the shoulder of over 20,000 members, you are bound to have the kind of success story we have had. So I attribute this success and the forward movement to our members who have identified various aspects and they have advised us as an institute, and we have also looked at those advices and we have applied them. Well, we are in the state of moving forward. We have left the state of denial. That is even good to know. The government is no longer denying the reality of taxation, and the citizens are also aware of those necessary things, at least majority of the citizens. This is good to know. I say this because over 10 years ago, some even 7 years ago, the government were over-concentrating on tax revenue, on oil revenue, and we had a lot of advocacy telling them that Nigeria cannot survive as a mono-product economy. Of course, it was difficult for them to listen or accept our proposal, but I'm happy that that reality is here, and the current government is taking the right step in the right direction to make sure that we improve the tax revenue in this country. It is not just to improve tax revenue, it is to make the life of the citizens of this country better. Because the government requires a lot of money to do a lot of projects, public expenditure must be backed by the necessary revenue. Now, once that is done, we are sure that we'll be able to move bridge the gap, the infrastructural gap in the country. And once that is done, of course, Nigeria will be great, because we all want Nigeria to be great. I have seen sufficient goodwill, seriousness on the part of the president. He made mention of his hatred for multiple taxation. Immediately he got to the office, and he didn't just say that, he also put machinery in place to ensure that is brought to an end. And by so doing, he set up the presidential committee. And one of the focus of that, in fact, the major focus of that committee is to make sure that there's sanity in the tax space by reducing from about 65, 66, depending on the state of the country you are talking about, to about 9. The president and the committee members are in one accord in this regard. And you can look at the numbers. If you move from 65 to 9, you are only bringing sanity into the tax space, and that is what we need. So I have no doubt that the president, the federal government, the FRS of this world, I have no doubt that they will do the needful. I only have advice for the subnationals, so that they also do what the federal government will do. Because what we need is not multiplicity of taxes. We need few taxes that can be properly administered and get more money from them. So I have no doubt that the federal government will do the needful.